batch for the campers and a batch for us. That's that.
That is true, my boy. All right, good luck, little ANZAC Bickies. Ooh, I need a cup of tea.
The sun's going down as I try to make my way through the crowd. Feeling alive, I love being by your side. It makes me shine. We got one summer, so let's make it count. You make me feel like everything's alright. Let's dance our problems away in the night. Love being right next to you. You'll be on my mind. I'll be dreaming about this till the end of the day. We are young, we are free, down for the ride. Might be over tomorrow, but we got this day forever. Do you hear that sound?
How's that for a good view? This is a great little property actually. It's a Hipcamp. It's called Mountain Surroundings and it is at the foothills of the Glasshouse Mountains on the Sunshine Coast. We've looked at this for so long and have wanted to come and stay here many times and just for whatever reason haven't been able to make it. Well, we did some filming. We had an opportunity to catch up with the team from Mode and Zone RV and do some filming now that the new canopy has been installed on the back of the 79. So they met us up on the beach at Tiwa yesterday. We did a really beautiful sunrise shoot there. Then we headed out past Kenilworth to Balloomba Creek and got some awesome water crossing shots of the 79 and the canopy, and I'm sure Paul will overlay some of that while I'm talking to you now. And then we came down to the Glasshouse Mountains for some sunset shots. Oh look, I'm making a cup of tea. I'm just gonna turn that off. We're about to hit the road actually. So it was a good opportunity for us to come and stay here for the night and give this property a go. So it is called Mountain Surroundings. It is a Hipcamp. I'll show you out here. Oh, here's the boys playing a bit of footy. Where are you? There you are. There's Paulie. What is so great about this property is that it is one site, meaning you have the entire property to yourself when you book via Hipcamp. It's owned by Pim and Edwin, and they are absolutely beautiful owners. They don't live on site, so it's really private and peaceful. Although Pim is a Thai masseuse, and she operates her Thai massage business from the top of the property, so you'll see her coming and going. I didn't get to book in with her for a massage, so we're definitely going to have to come back so I can give that a try because it sounds amazing. $20 a night plus $5 per extra person. So I think for us it ended up $30 a night, and then of course your Hipcamp fees on top of that. But it's so beautiful. Pets are welcome here. You can have a fire. They've got the fire pits. You can basically pick your site. Now there is a flat gravel section next to the shipping container, which is just down in front of us. You could stay there if you just wanted to pull up and be flat, or if you want to get a bit creative and be up on the grass. It is a gentle slope, so you know you will need your ramps, and we've used our airbags to level up. We're still hitched because we were only here for the one night, but it is beautiful to be up here on the grass, and that view of Canowrin, one of the Glasshouse Mountains behind us, Crookneck as it's affectionately known, is so spectacular. And then in front of us is Mount Nagunnagun. So I mean, it just is so beautiful. The outlook is gorgeous. There is another site down lower next to the dam if you wanted to be down there, so there's plenty of space. But we just love that you've got the whole place to yourself. You feel like you're worlds away, but you're really close. I mean, the township of Glasshouse Mountains is only probably 5 minutes drive away. If you wanted to hit the beaches of the sunny coast, you're probably looking at no more than half an hour. So easily accessible to get out. Pam and Edwin told us that Mount Nagunnagun in particular is a really easy family-friendly climb. So we've got that on our list for next time we come back, because I'm sure we will come back and stay here. It's not far from where my dad lives either, so it's a good opportunity for us to come and stay and be able to visit him. But if you love your mountain climbing, if you want to explore the Glasshouse Mountains or even, you know, the Sunshine Coast region, Australia Zoo is just up the road. It's a really great base. So check them out on Hipcamp. What are we doing? Okay, we are hitting the road in a minute. I'm just making a cup of tea for the road. Going to wrap these boys up, and we are going to head back up to the Sunshine Coast. And then we are off on our trek. We are so excited to get the wheels turning. You know, we've got the canopy on now. That's what we've been hanging around for. So we are going to head west. We've got big plans to head really west. So we'll see how we go in terms of time and the weather. But we're so excited to get you more of that awesome travel and destination content. And everything's better when the wheels are spinning. So, righto, boys. Time to hit the road, Jack.
I'll show a shot of, I'll show you where.
Yeah, show us around.
Here we go, check this out. Okay, Katie mentioned that we're on a little bit of a slope here, so the airbags are doing their job really well, but I just needed that little bit extra height. If you look under here, you can actually see that is fully stretched to its capacity, opposed to that one over there, if you can see that. All right. But gee, they're awesome to be able to level out in most instances, but this is just a little bit higher. You can see we're still organising the vehicles over there, and then that's your backdrop. Not bad, is it? And a massive space, isn't it, Jasper, to run around and let your dad beat you. Oh, I'm not losing.
Yeah, you
All right, come on then. 1-1. Well, all right. Kick it down to me, go. Oh no, he's a rugby player, look at him. Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I missed. Jasper comes back down.
Oh, hang on a second, ref. He took a dive.
Yeah.
Hey!
And looks like the winner is me.
His face.
And the Broncos have got a try and a goal.
You're a Bronco. Here we go. I'm going to kick over your head. Are you ready? how good does the Glasshouse Mountains look? It is such a stunning location. $30 a night for your own slice of paradise.
Yeah, just awesome. And we will definitely book in for a massage next time we go with Pim. I know. Just not enough time, but that's all right. I actually think it'll be one of our regulars because my dad is not too far from there. So it's a really good excuse for us to go and, you know, have that beautiful privacy and peacefulness of that location and also be able to see Dad when we're on the sunny coast.
It was so good to see your dad this time. So anyone who's got parents out there that are in care or any sort of facility like that know that it is a roller coaster. And not only for them but for family members. But he was really in good spirits and he looked good too. So got him out. He loved it. So yeah.
Always good to see Dad.
All right, let's tell you what's happening. We've had a slight change of plans, haven't we?
We have. I don't know if slight is the right word. We've had a major change of plans, but hey, just roll with it, don't we?
Yeah, we will. I mean, that's what you've got to do, right? That's part of life. Give you the challenges, lemons, lemonade or... Yeah.
Makes you stronger, dull.
It does, right. Yeah. Now, we were heading west, very west, in fact, and we decided, well, let's give our good mate Dave Lewis at Weightcheck a phone call and see if he can weigh us before we head out, which is exactly what we did. Yeah,
and it's always a great experience with Dave. He's amazingly knowledgeable and can just answer all the questions about all of those acronyms and things that are really, really important to know.
But it wasn't a great outcome.
No.
In that we were overweight. Now, if you watched our episode last week, which was our live, if you haven't, go back and check that out, and that will give you a lot more detail than possibly what we're going to share now.
Yep.
The thing that it is going to do as well is probably create more questions for you than we have got answers at the moment.
Yes.
But, the question is, well, hang on, you've got lightest van on the road. The van was spot on, actually, which is good. Phew.
Yeah, few on that, right? Because that could be easy to not be right.
Oh, yeah, you could really load it up. We're a full-time family, as well. But the vehicle, the 79, main problem, GCM, okay, which is the gross combination mass of the vehicles together when you're towing, the important bit, and the rear axle loading as well, questionable. So, okay, but let me paint the picture here a little better. We had... worst case scenario, and what we mean by that is we were fully loaded. So we had 320 litres of water. We had 220 litres of diesel. Okay, so for most people that's your payload gone. But look, we still wouldn't have really scraped under. I mean, could we be legal and not travel with water or fuel? Well, you wouldn't get very far, would you?
No,
and
that's right.
It's not practical, so we went, okay, this is a bit of an eye-opener, and we were in shock. I mean, so was Dave, actually. Okay, didn't see that coming, guys.
No.
What are you going to do?
Yeah, it was quite stressful, wasn't it?
Definitely, yeah. There were some tears from Katie. Some tears from me. What do? We then rang everyone that we could for that first week and asked all the questions. Okay, post-registered vehicle in Queensland, how do we get a GCM upgrade? And look, the laws have just changed in the last few weeks here in Queensland. Are we taking advantage of those? No, not really, because although they've changed, there's still a bit of a minefield, and there's still all of these criteria that now these engineers and product producers and manufacturers are trying to now meet to get those numbers and get signed off so that they can introduce this to the market. And when it happens, you ripper. This is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it will be.
And it will roll out through the other states, so we're led to believe. Okay, so some great positive changes across the industry coming.
Hey, just as a side note, great to see Queensland leading the way. I mean, that's not usual, is it?
No, look, it is. Of course it is. Queenslander. Yeah, that's a smart state, Katie.
Yeah, true.
All right, but look, either way, we'll take that claim now, but it is going to roll out, which will be fantastic. But there are a couple of companies that can do a post-registration GCM, and so we finally figured that out. We've got that sorted and feel very, very thankful that, well, we could actually get in to do this, and we'll be able to share that education with you. This is the reality. I mean, Did we know we're overweight? No. Now we do. Oh, well, just keep going, get it sorted. We just can't put ourselves in that risk. We could, not only for our safety and then other travellers' safety as well.
Yeah.
And the fines are now rolling out as well. These laws and regulations have been in play for a long time, but you can now be fined. But there are some pretty hectic consequences if it goes south. If something goes wrong, and we won't get into that in this episode, but there are some pretty terrible stories around there for when it does go wrong if you are overweight with your vehicles. And in our case, obviously being part of the education in the industry, where we want to share, how can you not only do it, but how can products and services and these ideas add value, make your lifestyle better, improve the way you do things. And being in the correct weight categories is a huge part of your safety and your ability to look after yourselves and your family, and others on the road.
Oh, for sure. And it's a story that we wanted to 100% share with you because it certainly wasn't anything that we were expecting. So to go on this journey and to be learning all of that information ourselves and be able to share that as well could also potentially save you or help you if you are about to hit the road or looking at which tow vehicle to purchase or what caravan am I going to purchase. So weight is such a major thing, and there's so many elements to it, right?
It's huge. It is probably the major contributing factor out there that we feel from a safety point of view, other than going and doing a towing course. If you're going to go four-wheel driving, do a four-wheel drive course, first aid course, get your weights checked.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that they're the things that you got to really check off with yourself and your family before you hit the road, or do it now, like us. We were waiting for us to get our stuff together into the perfect setup, and here we are. All right.
But hey, it is fixable, and it's going to improve our situation, and obviously we'll take you on that entire journey in an upcoming episode, and then we'll do a weigh-in again and bring you all of that information.
Yeah, some transparency around the numbers, okay? And
yeah, exactly.
Say a little prayer for us. Look, we think, given the numbers that we got and what's going to be happening to improve that rear axle loading, the GVM and the GCM, we're going to be sweet. In fact, we're going to be well and truly sweet. And we have no intention of loading any more stuff into this vehicle. That's for sure. We don't. We want to be as safe as possible. So we'll take you on that journey. There's definitely some pretty big expenses coming our way. So if you haven't already purchased our ebook, please do.
Yeah, look, this sort of stuff doesn't come cheap, but I actually don't think anything really, when we're talking, four-wheel driving and off-roading, these things do come with a price tag. And for us, it was a price we were 100% willing to pay to be safe, right? You can't put a price on that.
We can't keep rolling.
No, that's true. We're itching. We're this close. We were that close.
Yeah. Look, it is a first world problem. Given what goes on outside of what's in our control. What's not in your control. This is something that was in our control, so we're doing something about it.
Yeah, awesome.
That's it. All right. Now we want to introduce you to our new family member,
Charlie.
Not true, but this is Charlie. Now, Charlie is the resident dog here at this unique property, is probably the best way to put this.
Yes, and we're going to cover all of this property off.
I love it here.
The local sites.
Yes, and why we camped up here is because the vehicle is in for 2 weeks, okay? And during that time, we're going to be camped up. Bit of a gift really to be stopped for 2 weeks.
Well, it's always a good opportunity for us to catch up on things as well, as better as it is when the wheels are turning. Like everything's better for us when the wheels are turning. We seem to be nicer to each other. Life flows better. You guys are all happier because we're bringing you amazing locations and destination footage and experiences. But it's also really awesome when we have those moments to stop, because we can have these moments as well.
We'll pick up a random dog.
Four-legged.
It's our new pet. No, it is really wonderful. Okay, there's lots to do outside of this location as well. So it is going to be a jam-packed couple of weeks of some awesome content,
Yeah.
and you will want to come and stay and play here when you see where we are.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we have got ANZAC Day this week. It is a day in the year that is very important to Katie and I with our history, with our family, and also in our working careers as well. We're involved with the ANZAC broadcast there. That's through Channel 7 and Currumbin at the Rock there. We were part of the production team that floor managed that event and made it all come together. And through that, we're really fortunate to meet some incredible servicemen and women that really impacted us and their stories and what they dealt with. Not only so that, we have the freedom that a lot of times we take for granted here in Australia, but that our little man there, Jasper, will have as well. It's remarkable. So we pay our respects to all of the servicemen and women that have gone before us and that are there now and that will go ahead as well. Thank you, guys and girls. We are going to show you what we do with our ANZAC Day. We always cook up our ANZAC biscuits on the Weber.
Yes, and it's a really not only delicious recipe, but it's a really beautiful way if you've got younger children to bring them into that understanding of why this day is so important. We've been able to
Starts the conversation, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Jasper's been to a number of dawn services with us in the past, but has possibly been a little bit too little to really grasp what is it all about. And so, it's a lovely way to bring the children into that and really get them appreciative of just how amazing we have it here in this country.
Yeah, and hopefully this year we don't burn the bottom of them.
No, and thank you to everybody who keeps reminding us that we need to put that,
It's
what's
the
that
trivet.
thing called?
The trivet.
How can we
I know,
cook on the Weber all the time and forget that? No burnt bottoms
Look,
this year.
no burnt bottoms. Make more than you need. Get out there and share them with your neighbours and start some conversations and enjoy the community part of it. It is the Aussie spirit that we love. All right.
Yeah.
Are we good?
We're good.
Okay, here we go. Good couple of weeks coming your way. Thank you again for joining us. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. What are you waiting for? Yeah. All right. ANZAC Biscuits, let's do it.
Have a great week, guys.
We've got a batch for the campers and a batch for us. That's that.
That is true, my boy. All right, good luck, little ANZAC Bikkies. Ooh, I need a cup of tea.
Hi guys, we're about to make ANZAC biscuits. It's actually my first time making ANZAC biscuits.
It's a pretty easy recipe, actually. It's a really good one to get kids involved if you've got little people at home or travelling with you. And we've got ANZAC Day coming up just around the corner next week. So we thought we'd make some.
Eight.
Yes, 8 ingredients. I wondered what he was doing. There's only 8 ingredients, and it's a really basic, although it's a classic recipe. This recipe has been around since the early 1900s. It's delicious, so why would you change it? Should we get making?
Yes!
All right, let's do it. What we're going to do first, Jasper, is mix our dry ingredients into a bowl. Then we're going to melt up our butter and our golden syrup, and then we're going to mix them all together, roll them into balls, and we are going to cook our ANZAC Bikkies on the Weber. And we're going to remember to use our trivet and our convection tray because we're pretty hopeless at that, aren't we, Paulie? All these times that we bake. Yes, we bake on the Weber.
Ta-da!
Oh, good boy. All right, so first up we're going to do this one. So you can pop the sugar down. The recipe is really easy and we will also have that up on our website as well so that you can access that.
We are using the Healthy Baker plain flour.
Good job. And we're going to use a cup of that, 1 cup. So we find it here on our...
1 cup?
Yeah.
Okay, you'd have to do that.
Okay, need some muscles for this bit. All right, so what we're going to do is really slowly, Mummy might help you. Let's pop it in here. Where are we? Should we do a bit of a measure? I reckon that looks pretty good.
We're going to sift our flour just to make sure that we get rid of, go nice
Yeah,
and slow
look,
so it
look,
doesn't go
look how
everywhere.
much there is.
Yeah. Just to get rid of any lumps and bumps and make it easier to stir all of those ingredients in.
Actually, I like doing this.
Yeah, good job.
Just a bit slower. And then, Mum, you can shake it while I'm doing that.
Shake it, baby, shake it.
And then I might as well get under
Not
the
underneath,
flour.
because then you're going to get all floury hands.
Don't worry. Sometimes you get messy when you're baking.
Okay, well that's true. Perfect. So we've got our flour. Now we need to add a cup of rolled oats. I guess this is like the hero ingredient.
Okay.
We're going to measure that out, Jasper. Oh, yum.
And this one.
Okay. And we're going to also add in a cup of shredded coconut. Okay, and we are going to add half a cup of brown sugar. Now, some recipes call for more, even up to a full cup. But I know from experience in making this, we can reduce that amount and they're still as delicious, because don't forget you've got golden syrup in there as well. How you going? You might need to give it a squeeze. Now, Jasper, let's do the wet ingredients, because I'm thinking you've mixed our dry ingredients really well. We are going to add our butter and our golden syrup to a little bit of water and bicarb soda and get that all melted down, and then we're going to add our wet to our dry, roll them into balls, and we'll be ready to bake. Let's do it. Okay, so we are going to add 125 grams of butter. I've just had it sitting here in the sun to soften it up, which is nice. And we are going to add 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, which is basically just pure sugar again, but it gives it that delicious flavour. I don't think I'm even going to measure. I'm just going to give it a really good squirt. 1, 2, that'll do. Look good? Okay, so we are going to just add a little bit of water to that.
Could I add the water?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Perfect. And we're going to melt this down, and then it says once the butter's melted down to bring it to a simmer and add half a teaspoon of bicarb soda. Okay, so our butter's all melted, which is awesome. Half a teaspoon of bicarb, or thereabouts. Get that in there carefully, Jasper. Good job. Look at that, how it has that reaction. We'll stir that in. It's like a science experiment. So Jasper, we might get you to step down for a sec. I can pour it in and then you can come back up.
Yeah. Whoa, that looks weird actually.
Alright, now, we've got to be really careful when we stir.
Oh, holy, I cannot hold that.
Oh, I'll hold the bowl. It is hot, isn't it?
I might have some rolled oats after this.
Yum. I love rolled oats. Who else out there loves rolled oats?
I do.
Winter time. Porridge. Okay, that looks good. We might just let this sit for a few minutes just to cool down so it's not too hot for Jasper's hands. And basically we're just going to roll them into little balls, flatten them out a little bit. Because we're on our BBQ, we are using our little pizza trays because they fit perfectly in the Weber. But that means they're not overly big, so we can't do too many, oh my goodness, too many biscuits at once. So we'll probably do quite a few batches. Anyway, we'll see how we go.
And we're going to sell
Look at that coconut base.
We're going to sell a few, aren't we?
Well, that's right, we are. We thought it would be a really lovely thing to do, and again, part of that education on Anzac Day with Jasper, to make some extra ones that he can then sell to our fellow campers here in this campground, and then be able to donate the money that he's made from the sale of his BIKKIES to Soldier On, which is a fantastic charity supporting servicemen and women here in Australia. So we're really excited to be able to do that, aren't we?
And I might even keep some.
Well, we should definitely
Keep a few.
keep some, for sure.
Good idea, mate.
All right. I
So,
think we need
like,
to get rolling.
what's the payment for, like, one or a few, like 3 or 6?
Yeah, what do you think? Maybe it should be like, I don't know, $2 a bikkie and 3 for $5 or something. Is that reasonable?
$3.
I think it's very steep. Given that it's
It's a donation.
given that it's the Soldier On, I think people will be okay with it.
And they're made with love.
I've made my very own paper signs and I've just put them out.
Yeah.
The shop's closed.
Okay.
I put up the closed sign, but then I'm going to twist it around and it's going to say open. So yeah.
Well, now let's get into the fun part, shall we?
Not too hot.
I don't think so. And we're just going to
I'm going to have a little...
squish them into
That's
like
not bad, actually.
little balls. And just grab a little clump. Not too much, not too small. We want to make sure we're providing good value to our customers, of course.
What about this?
I'd go a little bit bigger than that.
What
We
about
might have to
this?
reconsider our prices depending on how they come out of the Weber.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, now we can only get a few on each of our little pizza trays, but that's okay. We'll do them in batches, and I think we'll whip up a whole other batch as well so that we can feed everybody here at the campground and get a really good donation for Soldier On. So Paul's been heating the Weber. We've got a Weber queue on medium heat for about 10 minutes. Now we have remembered this time around to put our convection tray and our trivet on, so hopefully we're not going to burn the bottoms. And Jasper, if you're baking at home in an oven, what temperature?
175 degrees.
Got there.
Yes,
175
175 degrees is the recommendation if you're making them in an oven. Anyway, we'll keep our
Thanks to
fingers
Bluey.
crossed. Yes.
Thanks to the Bluey book.
Hello, how you going?
Hi. It's really windy and it's got a sort of a grey sky.
Yeah, so
There's a bit of blue in the air and I can see that the sun's over there, but still it's pretty windy and grey skies.
Yeah.
thank you, weatherman. Probably not the most ideal weather to be cooking on the Weber with the gas, but hey, we'll keep an eye on that and make sure it doesn't blow out. We're going to get our first batch on. 15 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to check them halfway through just to make sure that we're not cooking them too quickly. Let's see how we go.
Yeah. The taste test. They look good.
No, yeah, go on. Go on.
Come on.
What do you think?
You're first up.
Good?
You should try that.
Yeah, okay. I tell you what, they smell so good. It's like a warm hug.
I'm going to have two because of how good they are.
And don't forget, if you want the recipe, it's on our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com, but you can also sign up there for our weekly e-newsletter. We won't ever spam you, but we will give you some pretty good, delicious recipes like these ANZAC biscuits. Bye.
And also, it's the exactly same recipe on the Bluey book, just as an easier, everlasting thing. Hi, I'm Jasper, and I'm fundraising for Soldier On, and I am selling ANZAC biscuits. 3 for $5, 1 for $2.
Wow, mate, that's good. Thanks, champ. Like your hat too, girl. Teacher.
You have to pay for the fourth one.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for my ANZAC biscuits, and there's $5. Very well done.
Good to the treasurer. Very good. Got the money there.
Money bag. Okay, Soldier On are really going to be happy with this, and so are the campers.
Are they?
We just sold like all our 2 containers. We still got 1 sparey, so tomorrow we're gonna go around and see if we can sell some more.
Well, mate, we are very proud, very proud of you. We are very proud of you. Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles, and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family, and happy trails.
shine, even when the sun don't shine. Give me your strength.
Outside, Daddy! Yahoo!
Yeah! Oh, jeez. Oh, he got past me.
Page 34, ANZAC Biscuits. 8 ingredients, easy to make.
Super delicious.